Assalamualaikum. My name is Ainul Husna, and in this video, I'll be explaining about my project, which is called Galaxy Tense A Plus, the effectiveness of an English tenses board game among tertiary students. All right. Learning through play is an excellent educational strategy for picking students' interest in a certain subject. Implementing games not only fosters cooperative learning since students work in groups and exchange knowledge, but it also develops a learner-centered environment that supports the learner's interest and allows students to learn by playing. According to Vernon 2009, students learn the target language subconsciously while playing well-organized games because they commit to the activities they are involved in. Moreover, according to Chitrabalu Sitambaram and Tay, 1995, games can alleviate boredom without abandoning the repetition required for the successful acquisition of language aspects, particularly grammar. So, why choose a board game? Now, some would wonder why a board game and would it attract university students? Don't they prefer digital games rather than conventional board games? Well, I would say it depends on people's preference to play what type of games, but there are many things that digital games cannot offer that board games can. Firstly, board games combine several intelligences. That includes visual intelligence because students can visualize pictures presented on the track, and interpersonal intelligence because students can interact with their peers, and body kinesthetic intelligence because games provide hands-on learning by allowing students to touch objects such as the track, dice, and cards. Next, board games are active, engaging, and exhibit human interactions. Lastly, according to Macrina and Fortini 2017, board games are easily accessed without the worry of crashing because it is the occasional case with the computer's operating system. So as a result, board games can create an engaging learning atmosphere in which students look forward to participate. In order to carry out the experiment, I have gathered 30 respondents from UITM campus Alugaja who are taking the ELC subject or any other English related subject. They are also pre-diploma and diploma students. The objectives of this project is to firstly to introduce a board game specified in English tenses as a learning and reflection tool for university students. Second, it is to help students to improve their English tenses by playing while learning through an educational board game. Lastly, it is to ensure the players benefit from the provided mini textbook, which acts as a guide in the learning while playing process. This study adopts a quantitative approach. The data collection methods consist of survey questionnaires, which are pre-test and post-test. These surveys were to be answered by the 30 respondents through the Google form before and after playing the board game. So these are the results from the pre-test survey. The pie chart shows that 27 respondents believe that educational board games are interesting. After answering the pre-test, the bar chart shows that only one person obtained a full mark, which is 12 out of 12, and the lowest mark is 3 out of 12, which is obtained by 2 people. These are the results from the post-test survey. According to the table, that is the summary of students' correct response rate for each tenses questions from the pre-test and post-test survey. There are significant increments for every question. There is also an increment in the amount of people who obtain the full mark. The lowest mark was also reduced from 3 points to 4 points. And according to the upper pie chart, there are 24 respondents who agree that this board game has helped them improve their English tenses. And the lower pie chart shows that there are 27 people who agree that the mini textbook has been a great guidance for them in understanding English tenses. So in conclusion, the findings indicate that Galaxy Tense A Plus helped the respondents in improving their English tenses. Moreover, the study shows that most respondents agree that the mini textbook helped them in understanding the tenses. One of the suggestions for future improvement to this project is to expand the research scale. This study was conducted on a modest scale at a single university. Hence, more research is needed to establish the success of using Galaxy 10's A Plus on a bigger scale so that the effectiveness of this board game can be strengthened by gathering more respondents. And that is all from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.